2016 number 1 says that Robin is a server at a restaurant where she can earn a tip from each customer, and they explain what a tip is, extra money. The histogram below shows the distribution of 60 tip amounts for 1 day of work. So it's 60 tip amounts for 1 day of work. A, write a few sentences to describe the distribution shape. So tip amounts are right skewed it appears 20 to what are my differences to $22.5 single tip amount might be an outlier. All right, shape. Let's see. Spread. Tips range from to 0 to 2.5. That minimum interval to 20 to 22.5. What you can't say 0 to 22.5 because we don't know how much the actual minimum tip was. Did she actually get a 0 tip? Or is it some number in 0 to 2.5? So if you just say 0 to 22.5, you're not going to get the correct credit for that because it's not true. So the maximum tip is somewhere between $20 to $22.5, and the minimum tip is somewhere in the $0 to $2.5 range. And then, so shape, spread, outliers, center. You could say the median, let's see, there's 60 data points. So the 30th, between the 30th and the 31st data point. The 30th and 31st data point will be in this interval. So I'd say median is in the $2.5 to $5 range interval. So shape, center, spread, outliers. I could go even further and talk about, like, most of the data is down here, right? In those two intervals. That's most of the data. So that would be 47 out of 60, whatever that is as a fraction, and then make it a percent of the data is $0 to $5. And again, most, because it's over 50%, ends up being close to 75% of the data is in that interval. So there's a few sentences that I can use to talk about the tip amounts for that day. All right. B then asks, one of the tip amounts was $8. So there was a tip amount that was in this interval, because that interval is 7.5 to 10. If the $8 tip had been 18, so that one goes from there out to here. What effect would that increase have on the following statistics? The mean. All right. Since the mean is it does not, or it's easily influenced by data points, right? Since the mean is influenced by large values, it would increase an 8 to 18, and it's one data point. So let's see, 8 to 18, that's would increase. So the $10 increase times 1/60th, because it's one data point, So there will be 1/6 of a dollar increase. For the median, since both 8 and 18 are greater than the median, it will not change. Okay, and we already identified that the median up in number 1A is in between the interval 2.5 to 5, so we've already, we do not need to restate that. Since they're both greater than the median, then the median will not change. Oh, by the way, this is, whatever, 17 cents. Really, if we want to go to cents up here for the 1/6 of a dollar. All right. In A, indicating that it's skewed, outlier, the center, something about the variability, the range, or the percentage. And somewhere, did I include the word tip? Yeah, I used the word tip. You got to have something in here to talk about context. So I said the tip amount. I also had dollars indicated, so I'm good for context. Always context. Those are all the essential parts for A. For B, the essential components are, we say that the mean will be increased. That's big. I correctly justify why the mean increases. I say that the median will not change, and I say why the median will not change. All right. There's also a special word out there that we use for the mean and the median. When a data point is easily influenced by potential outliers, we say that it is, if it's easily influenced by outliers, it's non-resistant. The mean is non-resistant, which is why the mean is affected by moving that 8 up to an 18. Showing the actual dollar value is great. It wasn't necessary. It was just nice. Nice to be able to show that. So that's number 1 on the 2016 AP exam.